to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink.
Alright, so we're out here. It's Wild Horse Pass. First drift event. We're gonna go ahead and just get ready, jump in the car, and go do some laps. Let's do this.
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay.
Alright, for starters, let's go ahead and say that if I hadn't already sent it with Marcus, Mikey, and Jacob, I probably wouldn't have been so chill with lining up for the first time. It really helped me to know what the process is like, which I think is like 9/10 of the jitters you would normally get. Also, putting in over like 20 hours in the last 2 months on the sim Marcus loaned me probably also helped with the rest. So thanks to you guys for helping me get jump started so quickly, because without you, this would have been 10 times worse. I guarantee it. Alright, first run, we're off. I don't know what gear to be in, so I think we go for third here. In third, wimpy feint, clutch kick, nothing happens. We come around to the next one, clutch kick it again, car rotates, 180. Yeah, so this is kind of the problem with connecting sim driving to real driving, is you know, you got to figure out where the difference lies. On top of that, I have less than 8 hours in a Z period ever, and I have to figure all that out, and that's what we're doing. Alright, round 2. Getting a little bit more speed here this time. We're going for third. We get into third. There's no feint. I just immediately tried clutch kicking it. It did nothing. Clutch it here. Actually, you can see I'm kind of panicking with the wheel. I guess I forgot I was drifting today. Here I get a little, you know, playing with the whatever. This is the best one right here so far. So the car actually kicks out. I hold it a little bit. Yeah. So you'll notice this clip is a little bit darker outside, and that's because there was a crash right before this run, and it took them a while to clean up. Unfortunately, it was kind of a recurring theme through the night that people kept hitting the wall in the last corner. I think there was probably 3 or 4. All right, run number 3. We're going at it harder than the last 2. I think yeah, so we get a better feint. Car gets a little sideways, does not make the transition. We go stage left and take a nice tour of the light system out here. I start looking for the curbs. I don't know where the curbs are, so I'm just trying to take it nice until I get back on track here. Those are the walls, so I'm taking it nice around these, and then, you know, playing as I come around the last corner where I don't have to worry about totaling my car first outing. Alright, we get the green light. We're out of there. We've got a little more confidence, ringing out first. I give it a baby feint here, and then clutch kick it late. And I spin out because I didn't lift. There's a bunch of factors there that just wasn't right, and I see it. It's okay. This event was more for shakedown and practice, and make sure the car's good, and just getting my feet wet and just starting. So you can see there I kind of get something. Alright, round 5. Let's do this. So we're off, ringing it out, getting our comfort thing. Here you get the feint, kick, and either I didn't get enough steering input on that, or too much throttle, or something. But that probably could have been avoided. But I see it. Kind of just keep going through this, you know, this section here and just chill. Here's those walls again. Watch this. Hey, look, a wall. That could have been a lot worse for my first outing. Like, a lot worse. That close call didn't scare me too bad because I went right back on track. Alright, round 6. We're going to use second gear this time, but listen closely after the initiation here. Yeah, if you could hear it, there's some popping, and the car started to break up, and it wasn't getting all the power. So the car was starting to fight me a little bit, but you could see second gear was doing better in terms of control.
We have almost crashed every single run.
I almost hit the wall.
What?
I backed.
You backing?
I spun and I rolled backwards past the wall.
Oh. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
That was like 2 rounds ago. The last one I just did is pretty decent, but I was in second and I was dribbling her the whole time. Spun out. I looked back and all I see is green lights way off and like a bunch of cars in the back.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, this is the last clip I get of the night. My GoPro wouldn't turn back on after this little intermission with the safety crew, but effectively the car got worse with breaking up and eventually threw a check engine light. And instead of me pushing it, trying to beat on it, I just let it cool, loaded up, and got ready to go home. So once I got home, I went and plugged in my code reader, and it says 7, but there's actually only 4. Knock sensor, this ASCD, and the cam position sensor. Those are really the only issues. After talking with some other Z owners, they actually called it before I even left the track, telling me that the cam position sensors were something that commonly went bad. So I ordered some parts. So track day was on Saturday. Monday I ordered these parts. It's now Tuesday. I have these in hand. Let's check out the haul that we got from Concept Z Performance. For starters, we got a brand new set of Hitachi cam position sensors. I suspect one or both are bad, and regardless, I don't know. And the only way to know for sure is by starting with some new sensors. One of the other things that we saw in the check engine codes was the knock sensor. From the research I've done, the knock sensor itself may or may not be bad, but one of the 2 codes that we got for knock sensors usually indicates that there's a problem with the pigtail or the harness that goes from the knock sensor down to the side of the engine where it plugs in by the starter. And everybody kind of acknowledges that that's a problem, and the fix is to buy a new harness. So we got one of those as well. We do have a knock sensor coming, but I did find a better deal through Coulter Parts online, so I ended up going with that option instead. We also got a pair of plenum to head gaskets. If we're gonna tear all this down and go all the way, we're gonna do some other things. This is a GK Tech plenum spacer. There's a inherent design flaw with the BQ35DE plenum. It's kind of shaped like a clam shell, so it's like a 2-piece that bolts together. The problem is that the front runners that go to the front cylinders, they don't get enough air. They're kind of starved, so people make these spacers that kind of allow a little bit more room for airflow to go up and over to the front cylinders. For what it's worth, that shouldn't require any tuning. It also should give me a little more power up in the mid-range to the high range. So maybe get a little bit more oomph. The last thing that I got, since we're going to be in the neighborhood of all this and all that's coming off, is this is something I've wanted to do. This is allegedly how you prevent your VQ valve covers from leaking, and that is a pair of, it's hard to tell, but they are aluminum. These are aluminum valve covers. There's a couple different versions of these, I suppose. Amazon definitely has some that a lot of people swear by. It fixes the warping issue with the plastic. With plastic valve covers like these have from OEM, they tend to warp over time. The gasket lifts, it lets oil out. These don't warp because they're aluminum, like most cars, right? So you have an aluminum valve cover. The seals that are in the spark plug tubes here are replaceable. They're not ingrained or embedded into the valve cover itself. So, and you can buy these separate. The gaskets should accept OEM as well. So yeah, that's why we got these, is to try and solve the oil issue before it starts. Normally these come with plastic tubes that crack, and that's kind of like the biggest complaint about them. CZP sells aluminum parts for them, so I picked those up too, because we're not going to sit here and run into stupid issues anymore. We're addressing stuff once and for all, so we don't have another leaky oil pan broken bolt situation ever again. So we got both of these valve covers. We got all the hardware for it here. Comes with even a oil fill cap. This leg of this should fix the check engine lights that popped up at the track. That's kind of the goal right now, and then the GK Tech Plenum Spacer will give us a little bit more oomph, and then hopefully the valve covers will prevent us from having leaks in the future. We're just waiting on the knock sensor from Nissan now. I imagine that might take a few days, just because sometimes they have to source that from other places. We'll see how long that takes, but probably in the next video we'll start tearing this down and start getting these things going. I don't want to tear it down and be left waiting, but with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. I want to give a quick shout out to a couple people. Number one, Marcus. He lent me his sim for 2 months. He went with me to Tucson to get the car. He loaned me tools to help me pull the trans. He took me out on track. He tried helping me in everything. He mounted my tires. He's done everything he can with his ability to definitely look after me and help me get on track quicker. He wants me to get up to speed so quickly. They keep trying to get me to put door bars in my car so we can tandem, but as you can see, I'm not there yet. But props to them, because without them, I think it would have been a little bit more painful. And I think just having that sim for 2 months alone was a huge help. So thanks to him. Thanks to Jacob, Tag Performance, and Mikey, just for the ride-alongs, for sharing information, knowledge, whatever. Mikey helped me find the car, so he actually was the one who gave me the listing. Sadie, thanks for getting the footage. That was the only out-of-car footage that I had from my first drift event. I'm glad somebody got some footage of me drifting. We will get this all done, and we'll be back out on track. Probably not in August. It'll probably be closer to September, October. Spooky Drift in Tucson at Musselman is kind of the goal here, but they frown upon people not knowing what they're doing. So we'll see. I'm about a year behind Marcus, so I don't see why I can't figure this out pretty quickly. For now, let's just fix the car, do these couple mods, get it back on track, see what happens. Thanks for watching. To the people who show up consistently for these Z videos, I see you. Thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.